Ashia. I'm studying BSc MPCS final year. Now we are discussing topic about Gauss law. In Gauss law, here we are going to discuss topic about Gauss law and differential form of Gauss law and integral form of Gauss law. ఫస్ట్ గాస్ లా నేర్చుకోవాలంటే ఫస్ట్ మనం గాస్ లాలో మనకి ఫస్ట్ we have to know electric field and also electric flux. Here, what is electric field? Electric field is the region or area surrounded by a charge in which other charges experience a force. And here, if charge Q and another charge Q naught approaching this Q naught enters field of Q. So here Q naught enters into field of Q naught. Q naught experience a force because of Q. అంటే ఈ Q వల్ల అనేది Q naught force ని ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చేయగలుగుతుంది. అండ్ హియర్ ఒకవేళ మనం ఒక పాజిటివ్ Q చార్జ్ అనేది తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఇంకొక పాజిటివ్ Q naught చార్జ్ కూడా suppose we have to take positive Q charge and another charge Q naught, force is repulsive because positive charge are repulsions. They don't attract each other. Here repulsion అవుతుంది and charge Q naught moves away from the field. అంటే Q plus Q charge కి దగ్గరికి రాకుండా దూరంగా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. And here also we taken if charge minus Q, then another charge is plus Q naught. Force is attractive, means it comes to closer minus Q. So here and charge Q naught moves faster in field. అది Q plus Q naught అనేది minus Q కి faster గా రీచ్ అవుతుంది and moves towards field అంటే field కి దగ్గరగా వస్తుంది. So this is the electric field and also electric flux. What is electric flux? Here electric flux, the number of electric lines of force crossing a surface normal to the area gives electric flux. Electric flux denotes as pi e. So it is a scalar. Electric flux is a scalar and its SI unit is voltmeter Vm. So we have take let small area ds. ఒక ఏరియాని మనం ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ ఏరియా ds అని అనుకున్నప్పుడు ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఇంటెన్సిటీ అనేది క్యాపిటల్ E అవుతుంది. సో దెన్ స్మాల్ ఫ్లక్స్ d పై కెన్ బి రిటర్న్ యాజ్ d pi equal to E dot ds, that equal to pi equal to integration E dot ds. To remove dot product, we use cos theta. Here d pi equal to E dot cos theta to get total electric flux. మనకు మొత్తం ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫ్లక్స్ కావాలి అని అనుకున్నప్పుడు we integrate on both sides. సో ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేస్తే మనం ఇక్కడ pi equal to integration E dot ds cos theta and also pi equal to integration E dot ds. Here flux will be maximum when electric field is normal to the area. అంటే మాక్సిమం కావాలి అంటే ఒకవేళ సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు మనం కాస్ టీటాలో మాక్సిమం కావాలి అంటే టీటా ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అంటే కాస్ 0 ఈజ్ 1 కదా, సో అది విల్ బి మాక్సిమం అన్నమాట. సో దానికి ఏమవుతుందంటే డి పై ఈక్వల్ టు ఈడిఎస్ అవుతుంది మాక్సిమం అయినప్పుడు. అండ్ ఆల్సో మనం ఇప్పుడు ఫ్లక్స్ మినిమం ఫ్లక్స్ విల్ బి మినిమం వెన్ ఫీల్డ్ ఈస్ ప్యారలల్ టు ఏరియా. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఫ్లక్స్ ఇవ్వలేక మాక్సిమం అన్నప్పుడు కాస్ 0 ఈక్వల్ టు 1 అయినప్పుడు మాక్సిమం అయింది. సో ఇక్కడ మినిమం కావాలి అంటే టీటా ఈక్వల్ టు 90 degrees. టీటా ఈక్వల్ కాస్ 90 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు మనకి 0 వస్తుంది. సో దిస్ విల్ బి మినిమం. హియర్ ఫ్లక్స్ విల్ బి మినిమం వెన్ ఫీల్డ్ ఈస్ ప్యారలల్ టు ఏరియా. We get d pi equal to 0. Here for a closed surface, outward flux is positive and inward flux is negative. హియర్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫర్ ఏ క్లోజ్డ్ సర్ఫేస్ అవుట్‌వర్డ్ ఫ్లక్స్ అనేది పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ ఇన్వర్డ్ ఫ్లక్స్ అనేది నెగెటివ్ అవుతుంది. హియర్ వి ఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ అబౌట్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫ్లక్స్. నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ గాస్ లా అండ్ డిఫరెన్షియల్ ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ గాస్ లా అండ్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ గాస్ లా మా నెక్స్ట్ మెంబర్స్ చెప్తారు. అండ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్ డిస్కస్డ్ బై శ్వేత.
Shweta, you are in mute option. Unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. Hello, everyone. I am Shweta. Good afternoon, sir. I am third year BSc MPCS Women's Degree College for Nalgonda. Now I discuss about gas law and charge inside the surface and charge outside the surface. About electric field and electric flux. So I have to discuss what is electric flux. The number of lines of force acting, the number of lines of force passing through the given surface area normal to the direction of electric field is defined as electric flux. Electric flux is denoted with phi. Here phi is equals to E dot A. Here E is electric field intensity and A is area. If we take small area ds, then electric flux is d phi is equals to E dot ds. To get total flux, integrate on both sides. We have to integrate on both sides. Phi is equals to integral E dot ds. To remove dot product, phi is equals to integral E ds cos theta. Theta is angle between normal drawn to the surface and electric field direction. So this is about electric flux. And now Gauss law statement. According to Gauss law, the net electric flux through any closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times of the net charge enclosed by the closed surface. Here, closed surface means of two surfaces like irregular or regular. Regular surface and irregular surface. Suppose it is simply, Gauss law statement is simply the net electric flux is equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of the net charge. Suppose flux is phi and charge is q, then phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of q. Here epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. So Gauss law is phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of q. We already know that by the definition of electric flux, phi is equals to integral E ds, and from the Gauss law, phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of q. By equating this to, phi is equals to integral E dot
వినిపించట్లేదు కొంచెం అక్కడ
వినిపిస్తుందా?
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుంది, నాకు కొంచెం వినిపించలే.
సార్ మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేయనా సార్? Okay.
From statement of Gauss law, you can start.
Okay, sir. So Gauss law. According to Gauss law, the net electric flux through any closed surface is equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of the net charge enclosed by the closed surface. Here, closed surface is of two types, regular surface or irregular surface. Simply, Gauss law is the net electric flux is equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of the net charge. Suppose flux is phi and charge is q, then phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q. Here, epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. From the definition of electric flux, phi is equals to integral E dot ds. From Gauss law, phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q. So by equating this to, phi is equals to integral E dot ds is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q. To remove dot product on left hand side, phi is equals to integral E ds cos theta is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. To understand Gauss law, we have two examples. Consider a charge like shown in figure 1a. A charge is placed at that point, and in 1b, these all are the electric lines of force emerging from this charge. These all are the electric lines of force emerging from this charge. And we have to take a point outside the charge. Here we have the point P, where we have to find out electric flux by using Gauss law. To apply Gauss law, we have to consider around that point a closed curve that is called Gaussian curve or Gaussian surface. Here, Q is 0 at this point. It is outside the charge. Then Q, what is Q? Q is charge. So in this Gaussian surface, Q is 0. So from the Gauss law, phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. Here Q is equals to 0. Then phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. Q is 0. Then 1 by epsilon naught into 0. That is 0. Phi is equals to 0 when charge is outside the surface. And another example, if charge inside the closed surface. Consider a charge like shown in figure 2a, like this at that point, and these all are the electric lines of force emerging from this charge. So we have to consider Gaussian surface. So the number of lines emerged from unit charge is 1 by epsilon. Here, charge within the closed surface is Q. From Gauss law, phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q. The number of lines emerged from unit charge is 1 by epsilon naught in free space. Here, charge is Q, so the number of lines emerged from Q charge is Q by epsilon naught in free space, which is equals to Gauss law. What is Gauss law? Phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q, that is Q by epsilon naught, which is obtained by us. Simply this one. Consider charge is Q, electric lines of force from charge Q, and also consider Gaussian surface around point P. From Gauss law, phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. Here within the closed curve, charge is 0 because charge is outside, not in that curve. In that Gaussian curve, there is no charge. So Q value is 0. Then phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into 0. That is 0. Phi is equals to 0. Next one is charge within the closed surface is Q. We consider the Gaussian surface within the charge. From Gauss law, phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. We know that the number of lines emerged from unit charge is 1 by epsilon naught in free space. Here charge is Q. So the number of lines emerged from Q charge is Q by epsilon naught in free space. From Gauss law also that one phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. Next one. Proofs of Gauss law. We have to prove Gauss law in two cases. First one is when the charge is within the surface, and second one is when the charge is outside the surface. So first one, consider a charge plus Q at point O as shown in 3A, figure 3A. It is the force, it is the electric line of force emerged from this charge. So this is the direction of electric field, and let a point on the P on here, that is P. Next, consider to find Gauss law, we have to find electric flux. To find Gauss law, we have to do by applying Gaussian curve. So this is the figure, and we draw another lines from O. We take a small surface ds.
Voice is not audible.
Sir,
Speak loudly. Speak loudly.
Okay, sir. Let a charge plus Q is placed at point O within the closed surface of irregular shape. Irregular shape. ఇలాంటి షేప్ కాకుండా ఎలా షేప్ అయినా తీసుకోవచ్చు. The electric field developed around charge Q is always outward from the center as shown with E bar. Consider a point P on the surface at a distance R. O to P, the distance is R. Take small area ds around P. This one. Around P, the normal drawn to the surface is represented by vector ds. This is ds, and here theta. The angle between E and ds is theta. According to the definition of electric flux, so this is the figure, the derivation part. According to the definition of electric flux, phi is equals to E dot A. Flux through small area ds is given by d phi is equals to E dot ds. To remove dot product, d phi is equals to E ds cos theta. Say this equation as 1. From the definition of electric field intensity, the electric field intensity at a distance r from charge Q is given by E is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by r square. Say this equation as 2. By substituting equation 2 in equation 1, we get d phi is equals to In the place of E, we have to substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square into ds cos theta. D phi is equals, by rearranging this equation as d phi is equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into ds cos theta by R square. Here ds cos theta by R square is d omega, where d omega is solid angle made by ds. So d phi is equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught d omega. Say this equation as 3. By integrating on both sides, we get total electric flux. Phi is equals to, here integral d phi is equals to integral Q by 4 pi epsilon naught d omega. Here integral d phi is phi and Q is constant and 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is also constant. So integral d omega is omega. And from solid angle, omega is equals to 4 pi. Then phi is equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into omega value is 4 pi. Here 4 pi get cancelled and remaining phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q, which is Gauss law. Hence proved. What is Gauss law? Phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught of Q. Next, second case. Second case, charge outside the surface. Consider
You turn the camera. Just turn the camera. కెమెరాను కొంచెం ఇట్లా తిప్పండి, కొద్దిగా తిప్పితే అది పేజ్ సెట్ అవుతుంది.
Okay, consider a surface like this and a charge is outside the surface. Here we have the surface we have the charge out of the surface as shown in figure 4a. So these are electric lines of force. Let us take 4 points on that. Let first one P, Q, R, S. These are the points taken here. P, Q, R.
Okay, no
S.
problem. Continue.
S. Here P is ds1 is the surface, small surface at P, and ds2 is at Q, ds3 is at R, and ds4 is at S. Derivation part. Second case is charge outside the surface. The electric flux through surface ds1 is at ds1 minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into d omega, because negative, because normal is outward. That's why we have negative charge. At ds2 plus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, because normal is inward. At ds3 minus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught d omega. At ds4 we have plus Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, because normal is inward. The electric flux through surface ds4 is plus q by 4 pi epsilon naught d omega. Positive because of normal is inward. We have to find out total electric flux. Phi is equals to ds1 plus ds2 plus ds3 plus ds4. ds1 value is minus q by 4 pi epsilon naught into d omega plus ds2 is q by 4 pi epsilon naught into d omega plus ds3 is minus q by 4 pi epsilon naught into d omega plus q by 4 pi epsilon naught into d omega. That is ds4. Total cancelling minus plus minus plus. By cancelling this, we get phi is equals to 0. The electric flux is 0 when the charge is outside the Gaussian surface. So hence it is also proved in two cases. What is Gauss law? Phi is equals to 1 by epsilon naught into Q when charge is outside the surface. Our class is discussed, in our class, we discussed about what is electric flux and what is Gauss law. By using Gauss law to find electric flux when charge outside the surface and when charge inside the surface. And the next part is discussed by the Kalpana. Thank you, everyone.
So till now, the concept of electric flux and the integral form of Gauss law explained by Arshia and Sveta. The next part will be continued by the Kalpana. Yes, continue. Kalpana, you can start.
Hi friends, I am Kalpana, studying degree final year. Here we discuss the differential form of Gauss law. కనిపిస్తుందా ఫ్రెండ్స్?
కెమెరా రొటేట్ చేయమ్మా, రివర్స్ లో కనిపిస్తుంది. ఇంకా కొంచెం ఇంకా ఓకే ఓకే కొంచెం ముందు జరుగు, ప్యాడ్ కొంచెం ముందు జరుగు, పైకి జరుగు. రైట్ ఓకే డన్.
Here we discuss the differential form of Gauss law. Differential form of Gauss law. In the previous class, Sweta discussed the Gauss law equation. So according to Gauss law, phi is equal to integration of E bar dot ds bar. We remove the dot product, we can use the cos theta, integration of E ds cos theta. And this can be written as 1 by epsilon naught into Q.
బిగ్ సైజ్ లెటర్స్ పెద్దగా రాయి.
Integration of E bar dot ds bar is equal to 1 by epsilon naught into Q. We use the cross multiplication. Epsilon naught integration of E bar dot ds bar is equal to Q. This is the equation 1. Let Q be the charge. This charge can be distributed uniformly over the volume is V and density is rho. Then we can write as Q is equal to triple integration of rho into dV. This is the equation 2. This equation 2 is substituted in equation 1. Equation 1 into epsilon naught integration of E bar dot ds bar is equal to Q plus the triple integration of rho into dV substituted. This is the equation 3. Now we know that the divergence theorem, we studied in degree first year. Divergence theorem states that to convert the surface integral into volume integral. So integration of E bar dot ds bar is equal to triple integration div into dv. This is the equation 4. Equation 4 substituted in equation 3. Equation 3 ఏంటిది epsilon naught the integration of E bar dot ds bar is equal to triple integration of div into dv. So we substitute triple integration of div into dv is equal to triple integration of rho into dv. This is the equation 5. Here we know that for any arbitrary, the integrands must be equal. So this integrands must be equal. So epsilon naught div is equal to rho. Div is equal to rho by epsilon naught. And this div ni del dot e bar అని కూడా రాయొచ్చు. Del bar t bar is equal to rho by epsilon naught. This is the equation 6. In vacuum, we consider d bar is equal to epsilon naught into E bar dot. Here E bar dot is equal to d bar by epsilon naught. This is the equation 7. Equation 6 can be written as E bar is equal to rho by del dot epsilon naught. Therefore, these two equations are equal. So, rho by del dot E bar is equal to d bar by epsilon naught. This we cancel. Del dot d bar is equal to rho. This is the differential form of Gauss law. Next we say Sindhu is discussed conclusions of Gauss law. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, friends. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My